everybody, it's Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember that you guys should become patrons over on Patreon to join our Discord server and all of that sort of stuff. So today we are actually going to be talking about predictions for the RWBY trailer. Obviously, they are going to show us something at RTX, hopefully. So I have some predictions for things that we could be seeing. I will be at RTX that weekend. After I see the trailer, I'll probably do a video explaining to you guys how it looked. Obviously, I won't do a video posting the trailer, because that's definitely not allowed. But I will do a video being like, Blake entered the room with her scythe in hand, with her gamble shroud in hand.
Scythe is an entirely different thing.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll try to explain to you guys what it was and how it looked like and, like, interesting stuff that's in it. But this video was coming out before then. I wanted to do some predictions on what we may see on Friday. The panel's on Friday. What we will see on Friday. Anyway, I'm also going to be vlogging RTX. Just to throw that out there, because it's my first time. It's my first time being alone on a plane. It's like all my first times for that, so I want to record my feelings. That sad me all by myself on an airplane. Stuff. Anyway, so I want to talk about predictions. Here is my thoughts, alright? I don't think we're gonna get the 4-girl trailers again. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because do you think it's going to be like a trailer, like a story trailer, how it's been in the past, where it's like a vignette?
Because
or do you think
here's what we've gotten, right? I don't... For Volume 4, we got the Baringle fight, right? With the gorilla. For this volume, we got a Weiss trailer, a Blake trailer, and a Yang trailer, right? I feel like now, there's only a couple options. You have a trailer of them fighting something together in Alice. Yeah. Or you have a 4-set trailer again. Yeah. So here are my ideas for 4-set trailers. Okay. You can do Juniper if you want. So that may be a good time to sort of have... You know how Blake had the past with Ilya and then they had the future? You could do that with Jean and show Jean's family and then show future Jean training if you felt like
maybe
it.
Jean with Pyrrha.
Maybe Jean with Pyrrha, stuff like that. Pyrrha's the new engine, like that's some good shit right there.
Part of me is also like, I'm tired of Jean, so...
Well, I don't know what to tell you. But you could have that, so you could have sort of like Juniper, and then you could do one for Ren, Nora, and then... That's it.
Maybe you could do like a... Okay, maybe go on, then I'll...
Well, I'm saying for right now I'm talking about 4-piece trailers, not just one, or 3-piece, if we want to call them that. Because last year we got 3 trailers, right? So I'm saying before we get to single trailers, I want to talk about ones that could be done in sets. So Juniper could definitely be done in a set where you have Nora, Ren, and Jean as a set, just like last year when you had Yang, Weiss, and Blake as a set. Right, and so Ren, we've already seen a lot of his backstory, so I feel like it would be more before they got into Beacon sort of thing, just like the Yang trailer, whereas Nora could be when she was a lot younger or whatnot, right? And so you could have sort of that past and future contrast, whereas Weiss was in the past, Yang was in the past, Blake had the past and then the present, right? So you could do like Jean and his parents in the past and then the present, and then you could do just the past for Red and Nora, if you wanted. Talking about other sets, I think a villain set would be really cool.
Like an Emerald?
Like villain trailers.
Okay.
And so if you wanted to do it in, again, like if you wanted to do it in a set, you would do like Hazel, Tyrion, Watch, and then Trust, right? Because obviously there are 4 of them, but I don't know if we'll get 4 trailers because last year we only got 3. So Cinder may just be like sort of in all of them, but it's not about her. I think villain trailers would be super interesting depending on who they want to focus on. So say next volume focuses on Weiss, Watts, Emerald, Watts, and like a 3rd villain, because remember how in the board game that we haven't gotten yet there's supposed to be a new villain, right? We haven't seen that yet.
To September.
I know, I heard.
It was I know, I got
I was like, I know, because I was like, oh shit, like Hunter, we're supposed to get that thing soon, and then somebody told me like, nope.
It was meant to be my birthday present for myself.
Yes, getting yourself birthday present. Anyway, so
it just happened to. Now it's September, and I'm like, motherfucker, I'll be like dick deep in school. I will not.
So, an Emerald trailer, if they're gonna focus on Emerald, a Watts trailer if they're gonna focus on Watts.
I think an Emerald Cinder trailer would be very interesting.
And like,
look at this little boy.
What is that?
I don't know. He's adorable, Mr. Tartar.
I've never seen that before. Talk to him. Can you do that? Action. Hello?
Seems happy.
He just gave us fucking money!
Wow.
Thanks!
Thanks, bud.
Anyway, that was a little random. What were you talking about again? Right, so... that was really funny. Yeah, so Emerald and Cinder would be cool, because obviously it seems like Emerald had sort of a meltdown, so it seems like she may be a focus soon. Watts... We're in Atlas, it's obviously gonna kind of revolve around him. And then a new villain, or like, if Neo's coming back finally. Because we had a theory, right, that Neo was in Atlas because she was wearing the Atlas uniform, and so she just sort of disguised herself and got transferred with all the other people, and now she's stuck there, right, because the borders are closed. And so, I think that the idea there would be, okay, we've gotten a bunch of trailers about the girls, let's give the main villains some time to shine, you know what I mean? Especially because the villains, like, we did a villains video on how the villains could be improved and that they're underdeveloped, like, that could be very helpful for their development, is to have their own trailer set, right? So basically, to recap, our ideas are currently a villain trailer set and a Juniper trailer set. The last trailer set I could think of doing is if Ty, Raven, and Crow are going to be relevant, because Ty was in the short part, is to do a Stark flashback, like everybody's finally sort of wanted, because Hunter and I did a video on this, but we thought that it would be interesting if Tai Yang and Raven kind of got into it, because, you know, Raven's like, your daughter's doing stupid shit, and then Ty's like, no, I trust her, or whatever, but they both go to Atlas anyway to sort of help out, because they're both like, Yang's doing stupid shit, and I guess we're her parents, and we have to work together to make her not do stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, finally getting them on the same page, and then you have Stark together. And again, a trailer set of 3 this time instead of 4, because we got 3 last year, would be Raven, Ty, Crow, and then maybe Raven and Ty's could be together, and then you could have one for Summer who's dead. But I'm just trying to do things in 3s because that's what we got last year. I don't really know. They could do 4 trailers. They could do no trailers, right? No trailers would be like...
They could do a trailer in a more traditional sense where she slipped from the...
Well, they
did
do that
for
later.
Season 2 and Season 3.
They did that for Volume 5.
Yes, I guess in the mid-season.
But they did that... They did the clips right before it came out. Do you remember that? They did sort of a trailer of clips. And so they're probably going to do that regardless. But I mean in terms of extra trailers, if you want to call it that. So those are our set ideas so far. So Juniper, villains, Stark. That's it. If you would like to go with singles, you seem to have some ideas. So please go ahead.
I think it's going to be less about singles or more about just groups of people that will be important. So I think there'll be sort of a joint Crow, Ozpin, Tai Yang, Raven flashback, somehow involving all 3 of those. And then, like,
because I guess you could do sets within the sets. Like, you could do the girls, you could do villains, and then you could do Ozpin in 3 trailers instead of doing 4 of a set.
I think they're going to talk about, like, how people have changed. So I think they will show the girls. I think they'll do 3 like last time. Well, they'll show the girls, and they'll show maybe, like, them back at Beacon, and then you get to see Pura and the new... engine, and everyone will weep and will be on fucking Tumblr like a mother. And that will be interesting. I don't exactly know what it'll show. Maybe just like, I don't know, the extreme, or maybe like that, and then put them in the middle of like a high-stakes situation that happens early on in the new season.
Or even before the new season sort of starts, kind of like Blake, right? Because Blake was chasing down a dude to get Ilya or whatever. Right.
Or maybe like they put in a moment that you know that there's a lot of danger, but you don't exactly know what the nature of it is, so it raises more.
I also like your idea because then we get a little bit of everyone.
Yeah.
Like instead of Hazel having his own trailer, you just have Hazel in with a villain's trailer and a hero's trailer.
And then I think you're gonna see like an Emerald Cinder-esque sort of Salem trailer, and then again it will contrast the past, maybe like. You shed a light on Emerald's relationship with Cinder, because you do get more of that. They're more... She said it out loud that she's like, the only reason why I do this is because of Cinder. So I think you'll get that, then it'll cut to that mysterious thing in the moment that you don't understand. And then you'll get Crow, Raven, Tai Yang, which I think, like, they're
I feel like they are going to start to be important now.
Become more important, especially with the end credit scene Man, that's the most, like, I think the most enduring legacy of those Marvel films would be, one, the shared universe, and two, the end credit scene.
Here's my other
prediction. And then maybe at the third one you realize what the big scary thing is.
This is a crack prediction.
And then maybe you see like Austin's like dead body lying on the ground and you're like, oh shit, fucking Austin's dead. Like, shit's gonna pop off this season. Wouldn't that be awesome? I should write for this show.
This is a crack idea. Yeah. RWBY isn't gonna get delayed. That is my crack thought.
The only time they've ever delayed it is when the creator of the show died. So, unless like
there's a lot of talk about the show taking hiatus because they need more time to work on it. But they've already started recording lines and stuff. That's why I'm saying this is a crackpot prediction, because I don't think they're gonna take a year off. But imagine that they do a RWBY trailer and then at the end it says 2019.
Oh, that would be upsetting.
I know.
I would be.
That's my crack prediction. That's my last prediction. Also, I don't want to do a separate video on this, but a couple of days ago, Carrie was like, I love you all, but y'all are fucking toxic. And so I wonder if maybe, I don't know. I think that they would benefit from a year off. I definitely do, but I don't think that they're taking one. That's why I say it's a crack prediction. I think that's fucking hilarious.
I think they'd benefit from people being less, like, stupid to carry.
I don't know. I think they have
stuck-up ass motherfuckers who come up in the comments like, if you're not mean to people on the internet, how will they learn better?
Oh yeah, I got a comment like that the other day. Did you see that on Twitter? Okay, so this is a little off topic, but I got a comment which was like you say that the show has problems, but here you are buying all this merch. And I'm like, what fucking merch? Like, you know what I mean? I have a Cinder figure and a Chibi Yang figure.
Because they don't sell anymore.
I know, and so, yikes. Yikes-a-roonies, you know what I mean? Like, somebody just came in and made all these assumptions about it. Basically what I said was that showing no support or showing unconditional support doesn't matter. Showing your conditional support that you support what they do, but you still have standards is the best thing you can do.
I still like the show and will criticize it, and that doesn't mean I have to be a shitty person to people online. Like, goodness gracious.
And so that's what I kind of think. I think that, like, giving them no support, if you don't watch the show, why should they care? You know what I mean? Because you're not part of their audience. But if you're part of their audience and you give conditional support, like, yes, Miles, yes, Carrie, I support what you guys do, like, I'm 100%, like, I'm on you guys' side as long as we uphold a certain standard around here. Like, not unconditional love. You know what I mean? But even if you love the show unconditionally, I don't care. Y'all do what you want. I just got mad that this person came into my comments and was like, you buy all this stuff. Like, you know, like, I'm just throwing money at them and, like, you know, yeah, like, here are all my $5 bills.
From a show you like.
I don't even buy anything. I bought 5 shirts for RTX, and that was less of a RWBY merch thing and more that I went for a uniform school for 4 years and I have no clothes. So I bought clothes.
And also, like, the only other thing you've bought has been shipped from me. So, like,
Anyway, that was very off topic, but I think they could benefit from taking the year off, because if you give anything more time, I think it'll turn out better.
I don't know if I always agree with that.
I don't know.
Godfather 3 took 20 years.
Okay.
It was not made better for it.
I guess. But anyway, those are my sort of predictions. So to recap, trailer sets for Juniper, so one for Ren, one for John, one for Nora. Trailer sets for Stark, one for, Raven, one for Ty, one for Crow. Trailer sets for the villains, or like Hunter said, have a villains trailer, have a heroes trailer, have a Stark trailer, or whatever.
Maybe in the Stark trailer you get to see Summer Rose.
Yeah,
goddamn time,
and I agree.
In 3 dimensions.
I think that's a good idea, and I'm trying to remember what other show did that, but I don't know. I think Kingdom Hearts in the orchestra has a heroes medley of all of the songs and has a villains medley, and so that kind of reminds me of the same thing, but with trailers. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this prediction video. If you guys did, remember that you guys should become patrons over on Patreon. I'm ready to get my hopes crushed when I go to RTX and see that we were wrong about everything. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.